Yeah. Okay, people join. Okay. Okay. So good day, everyone. Yeah. How are we doing today? You're hungry. Okay. Okay. I trust you have a system close to you, so you can eat some code. So today we're going to be talking about Dune. Welcome to Saturday with Dune once again. Saturday with Dune is an initiative from Dune Africa where we discuss and explore the Dome platform every Saturday, every last Saturday and every third and last Saturday of the month. So this is very important because people don't actually know the opportunities that are available in the blockchain analytics space. So we're trying as much as possible to explain this to people so that people will know that okay, there's actually a career path in blockchain analysis. So and we have been doing it for a while now. So now we are beginning to have a structure to it. Okay. So I think I'll just continue. So we are beginning to have a structure to the way things are going to be. Okay. Okay. So welcome. I have to do something as soon as I put this access control trusted. Okay. But I don't even know if the person is going to do that. Let it just be open. Once the person do it, we'll just kick the person out. Right? So that's just it. So now we're going to be exploring the base blockchain using Dune Analytics. So Dune is a platform. First of all, Dune is a platform. Does anybody know what Dune is all about? Have anybody explored Dune before? I know you have explored Dune before. So this is actually a virtual and a physical session. Do you understand? So I'll be in two places at once. There are people attending virtually and there are people also attending physically. Okay, so now we're going to be exploring the base ecosystem through Dune, walking us through how you can explore base using Dune. So this is also important as a developer because sometimes you might just want to look at how this ecosystem is doing. Maybe you want to build your products on certain chain and you want to know the health of that chain, or maybe the chain is actually good. Yeah, what their infrastructure is all about. Is their data actually communicating what they are displaying online? So that's where Dune comes in. So if you're a researcher, developer, analyst, you have a part on Dune. So now, after this session, by the end of this session, participants will understand what Base is and how it connects to Ethereum and Coinbase, learn key on-chain metrics like active wallets, transaction, and gas fees, get hands-on experience querying base data on Dune, complete a mini project tracking one base app, decentralized app. Okay. So now, what is base? What is base? Mhm. So base is a what? So base is a layer two solution that what scales Ethereum. So it's just like an extension of Ethereum. So that is it. So base is a layer two blockchain built by what? Coinbase on top of Ethereum. So what do you understand by layer two?
tools are kind of solutions to blockchain dilemma. Scalability and security. Yeah, so these layer tools are built to try to tackle these challenges.
Okay.
All these different approaches to try to tackle this problem.
Okay. For those online, you can actually answer this question if you feel like you have something to contribute. So the question is, what is layer two? What does layer two mean? We used to hear about layer one, layer two, layer three, then layer four. So we have layer one, layer two, and layer three. So if you have anything to say, you can just unmute the mic and then just say it. So layer two is what me I feel like who has watched the movie Foundation. Okay. Okay, so there's a movie called Foundation. As example. So there are different era of things. So you have the layer one, which is what the stepping stone of Web3 itself. When Web3 started, it's just like Web one. Let's say layer one is just like Web one when the web started. So now layer one and that issues now they can't actually solve all the whole problem. So that was what gave birth to layer two. So they just created the infrastructure so that other ecosystem can come and do what? Solve that problem for them. So that is what layer two is all about. They are not the same actually, but they are actually solving the same problem. Some of them are solving payments, some of them are solving different issues. So layer two actually came to solve what layer one is not solving. Do you understand? Layer two came to solve the problem layer one is experiencing. So that is one thing that you should understand about these layers and layers. So now it is designed to make crypto and what on-chain apps more what accessible, affordable, and what scalable. So each of these products now that is built on layer two, like we said earlier, that layer two came to solve what layer one issues, the problem that layer one is facing, right? So now this base now it did what? It came to solve what problem? Accessible, affordable, and scalable. So now, key fact about this is what? It was launched on mainnet in what? 2023. So I think that last 2 years. It was launched last 2 years. It was built by what? Coinbase. Coinbase. I know we have been hearing about Coinbase. So Coinbase is one of the largest. So Coinbase is one of the largest crypto exchange in the world. So it's built on OP Stack, the same open source words framework used by Optimism. So the goal is to what? Is to bring the words next 1 billion user on chain by providing what? Fast, cheap, and developer-friendly infrastructure. So the goal of this, so one of the problems that we have as developers and analysts, I think all of us are all dev, whether you are writing code or you're not writing code, as long as you're in the tech space, you are referred to as a dev. So one of the problems that we have is that we do things and we don't know the reason why we do these things. So that is why most of the time, right, it is very, very important for us to be rephrasing back to the documentation of most of these products. Why was this created and why did this come into existence? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is why we have to go through all these background history first before we start the whole analysis itself. Do you understand? So why base matter? Why base matter? And what we are actually discussing about base now, all this topic that we are discussing about base, if you go to other ecosystem, to other platforms, they actually have this in their documentation. Why? About us, what we do, what problem do we solve? Do you understand? So why base matter? So base it bridges Coinbase what 100 million user to the on-chain world. It enables how low it enables low gas fees while still inheriting Ethereum security. So, like I said, most of this ecosystem that are in layer 2, they are solving the problem that layer 1 has. So now, for this base now, base is what? It is solving what? Low gas fees while still inheriting what? Ethereum security. So now it has Ethereum security. So Ethereum is the infrastructure for this base. So all these protocol that are built on this layer, all these layer 2 that are built on layer 1, they are actually relying on what? The security of layer 1 to actually make them to scale most of these their products. Do you understand? So they even if you are saying that, okay, I support this ecosystem, I support this exchange, I support this one, this protocol, as long as it is built on layer 1 or maybe Ethereum or any other this thing ecosystem, it is actually rely on that ecosystem for what? For security. And it has to follow that ecosystem what? Rules and regulation. So that's very, very important. We have to be discussing this all the time, because if we don't discuss about this all the time, you won't, like, we tend to forget. And that's why sometimes we'll be having all these issues of, oh, I don't understand this. Why is this? Why is this? Why is this thing not working? Why is this code not working? Maybe that code is not actually, that layer 1 does not support that code that you're writing. You understand? So that is why that's why these things are very, very important. So now the key metrics to understand this. So when analyzing a blockchain like this, so this is very, very important. This is like the most important fact. When analyzing a blockchain like this, so when analyzing a blockchain like this, you still have, when analyzing a blockchain like what? Solana. So as we go further, we'll still be discussing about other ecosystems also, so that we know how these things work. You understand? Because it is important for us as analysts to actually understand these things, because it is all this information that is going to actually, it's all this information that is going to make you understand your analysis well. When you're doing the analysis, you understand, okay, why is this giving me this result? And you know where to focus your analysis on. Do you understand? Because you can't be, let's say, for instance, when one ecosystem is solving low gas fee issue, and another one is solving scalability. There is a different kind of analysis that you do for them. Do you understand? So that's the thing. So now, when analyzing a blockchain like this, focus on these important metrics: daily active wallets, so meaning number of unique wallets making transaction per day. Why it matters: show users engagement and growth. Transaction per day, total what? On-chain action, send, swap, mint. Measures all what? Measures overall activities. Gas fees, cost of transaction indicate what? Network demands and what? Scalability. So contract deploy, smart contract created on base, shows developers activities and innovation. So you see these things that I just listed now, they're very, very important, because when you go on chain now, people have done a lot of, when you go to do now, you see a lot of dashboard that people have done, and some of them are not really making sense. Some of them don't really, not like it does not really make sense. It's not easy to understand. So you find it very, very hard to understand what this person is actually doing. But when you understand this thing, that okay, these are the most important metric in this ecosystem, you can, and it is very, very advisable for you to use Dune, to use ChatGPT. There's AI in Dune, so it is advisable to use it. You should use it always, so that you can explain most of these details, most of these informations to you. So now, one of the things that people do is just that they focus on the metrics that are not important. When maybe, let's say, a new chain comes out, you have to look at the problem that chain is solving, and then what are the important metrics that are going to actually be relevant for that problem that they are solving. You understand what I'm saying? So that's another, that's one important part. So you can do what? You can find these data points on Dune Analytics, and you can find it on what? Base scan. So you have to work with. So most of this, I don't know what they call this base scan, all this source scan, base scan. What do they call it? Explorer. Thank you, Explorer. So all this Explorer now, it is good when you are using Dune. You should actually be working hand in hand with them, so that you can be verifying what you are doing in Dune. That's okay. This is actually tallying. You understand what I'm saying? So now, On-chain tools, on-chain tools overview. Here is how to explore what base data. So base scan, like Etherscan, but for base. It's just like Etherscan, but it's for base. So see transaction, blocks, tokens, and contracts addresses. Dune SQL was powered analytics platform where anyone, it's not just analysts, anyone can write query, visualize data, and build what dashboard. So it is very, very important for you to know that anyone can go to it. You don't need to do any payments. You can just, although there's the paid version, but you can just go on and query, and then you get what you're looking for there. Do you understand? So now we're going to be having a live session here, a live demo of what we are talking about. So what I'm going to do is, okay, what I'm going to do now is I would like all of us to go to dune.com. Sorry, dune dot what? So before we go there, what I would do is, are we all on the WhatsApp channel? So I would like us to join the WhatsApp channel, the WhatsApp community. So I'm going to just please can just scan this QR code. Please just scan this QR code. Please just scan this QR code so that you can join the. Okay, I'll expand it now.
I can't see the QR code.
You can't see the QR code. Okay, I think because okay, come. Let me share my entire screen. So now can you see the QR code? Can you see the QR code?
It doesn't come up here yet. You're still sharing your presentation screen of even pursuits.
But can you see it now? Can you see it now?
No, I cannot see it. Let's see.
Okay, sorry, I'm coming, please. Okay, let me share. Okay, can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay, so please just join. Have you joined? Okay. Hmm? Okay. So are we all here? Are we all in the group? Are you in the group? Please, someone should add him. You can just add him. I will send. Send him. Daddy, I'll send him. So please, you can scan it. Okay, so I think we're all done. So please, the rest can just add it. Okay, so now okay, so now we'll continue now. Let's continue a bit now. Let's continue now. All right. So now I would like also to go. I'd like also to go to the what? Let me share my screen. Share my screen. I'd like also to go to Dune what? Dune.com. Dune.com. I'll share the stuff on the group now so everybody can. So I'll share it on the group. So you can click on it. Once you click on it, you're going to see something like this. When you see something like this, when you see a platform like this. So once you click on it, you see something like this. Don't panic. Don't panic. So this is the sorry, I'm coming. Okay, sorry, I want to share something. Okay, so now we have this. So please don't panic when you see something like this. Anytime anytime you open maybe a link or a web page, you should not always be panicking. I think one of the things that is very, very fascinating, that I find fascinating, is how we humans we tend to figure out things easily, even though it is complex, we just figure it out easily. I think one of the things that I would say is that, okay, somebody raising up their hand. Please, will the recording be available? Yes, it will be available. Yes, it's going to be available. The recording is going to be available. So now, I think one of the things that I experienced was that. So today actually, I usually use slide to do all this kind of presentation, but when I came to when I started presenting, I noticed that people don't when I go to people presentation, especially for Web3, people don't use slide. They use a platform, hack something, I think, Hackend. So I started using Hackend today. I've never used Hackend before. But surprisingly, I think I figured out how to use Hackend today. Like I just started using it today. Like I just started using it today. And it makes sense. It makes sense. You see, it makes sense. So anytime you encounter something, maybe you see a website that you don't understand, just try as much as possible to go through it. Check the menu bar. Okay, what does this one does? What does that one does? So you see, when you come to this website, you see you have what search. So what does this search does? Who can explain what search does? You see, it helps you to find something. Anything that you're looking for on the website that you are on. So even Google has it. So you see, you can search for something. Let's say you want to search for, let's say, base. Let's say base. So you just have one keyword, base. So you see everything that has been done on base, you're going to see it here. So you see it, everything that you have been done on base. So you see, we have content, creator, contract, and many more. So you should not be scared about this. So the next one that we'll do now is what? Discover. So what does discover mean? What do you understand by discover? What does discover mean? So you see, something that they did not list there now, find out about our website. discover new things, discover exciting things. You understand? So that is it. So you should not be scared. People find this very people, even me also. I also found this very, very hard, like to understand. When I first opened this Dune, I was like, "Oh, what was this one? What was-" But over time, when you start looking at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, you get it. So you see, you discover you have dashboard. So you can discover dashboard, people queries. You can discover queries. Look at people queries. You can discover what? Creators. Creators. You can discover what? Blockchain. Blockchain. How many blockchain? So you see this one now, this new now. You see this new here now. This means that what? This Su what? This Su blockchain is just new on Dune. So you can explore it and see what is happening. So you see, you have what? The dashboard that have been built on this Su. You have what? The creators. How many creators have worked on it? And you have stars. How many stars was given to it? Do you understand? So now you see, you have Polygon, Solana, plenty. So we're working on days. So you can click on it and then say, okay, let me see. Okay, this ecosystem. Now you have people have built 700 and what? 7,000 dashboard and 10,000 creators have worked on it. And this creator means what? People like you, analysts, researchers, anyone, they are there, developers, they have worked on this base dashboard. Do you understand? So now we have stars. How many stars was given to it? 73,000. So you should not be scared. So now we've talked about the discover. So the next one now is what? See this Amedo 8033. This Amedo 8033. It just means that your account, okay, it's my account that is what? That is on this. So now I'm going to switch to what? This Dune Africa account. Why I'm switching to this Dune Africa account is because we have a community on it that is called what? Dune Africa. So we have a community on it that is called what? Dune Africa. So this Dune Africa actually allows you to build, to check out dashboard that have been built in the Dune Africa community. So you can also build dashboard. So if you want to build a dashboard, if you want to work on anything on the Dune community, you can actually just message me or drop a message on the group that you want to actually publish a dashboard on that Dune Africa. So we'll discuss about it and know what the dashboard is all about. So we have that. So the next one now is what? Profile. You can check your profile. So on Dune, you see profile, this Dune. So because I'm using Dune Africa now, the profile is going to be showing everything under Dune Africa. So you see we have 13 stars, we have 28 queries and 3 dashboards. So you see that's actually something for us, right? So now, library now. Our library now, you can see the query, you can see everything that we have built. You can see everything that we have built under Dune Africa. So you see it, this is it. So the next one now is favorites. You see favorites, all our favorites dashboard that we have done, that we liked. I see let me see, okay. So now, accounts, you can see account, you can set account, you can change the name, you can do what? You can change the name and change the figure. So now the most important part of this thing now is this create usage. This usage is very important. Do you know why this usage is very important? It's because Dune is not a free platform. It's not a free platform. It's not like Etherscan or Basecamp. So Dune is an organization that provides data services, data infrastructure for other organizations. Do you understand? So now, because they actually support community, we support community. So they made it in form of credit. So they give you 25,000 credit. I think so. Okay, 2,500 credits per month. They give you 2,500 credits per month. So that credit allows you to be able to run queries on Dune. Do you understand? So if you want to understand this more, you can go to the documentation. Documentation is just down here. Read the documentation. When you read it, you will understand what this credit is all about. So you see credit system, how Dune's usage-based credit system works for fair and flexible querying. So how you spend your credit on Dune. Dune uses a what? Usage-based credit system that charges based on actual compute resource consumed, ensuring fair pricing for all users, regardless of query complexity. So see the full blog announcement here. So I think, so how the credit system work? Our query engine use a flexible what? Credit-based what? pricing model that scales with what. So it is in this in tech in general, right? You should be able to. It is very very important for you to read documentation because it is this documentation that explains deeply what these things actually how these things actually work. So yesterday I was able to attend the Google Dev Google Dev platform meetup that happened at Collab. So Pablo was discussing about Q, what Google is all about and stuff like that. And he was explaining the same credit system to me that Google is using it. So now Google actually have this thing, a database. I think it's a database called BigQuery. They have BigQuery. Let me just put it like that. They have BigQuery. So this BigQuery now, anytime you want to access BigQuery, organization now pay huge money for BigQuery. You understand? So let me put this in context. They pay huge money for BigQuery. So this BigQuery now, when you pay money, so you now, let's say for instance now, MoneyPoint hire you now. MoneyPoint entire infrastructure is on BigQuery. So now, as MoneyPoint entire infrastructure is on BigQuery now, so they actually pay money. Anytime they pay money to BigQuery for BigQuery to be able to save their data. Do you understand? So now you as a data analyst now or data engineer now, anytime you are running a query on BigQuery, they are actually charging money. They're actually charging money for it. So now, for you as a dev or an analyst now, you have to learn how to optimize your code so that the money that they are charging them will not be too much. That's why code optimization is very important. Do you understand? You don't just imagine now. Imagine now. You have to like just imagine now. They told you to work on something. They are giving you all the information that you need, and then you still go to the Google BigQuery now, and then you now query that okay, give me this certain data. Give you all the data. Do you know how much it will charge? It is going to charge them for giving you all the data from the start date till the current date. It's going to be a huge amount of data. Do you understand? I can't just open this here because it takes a lot of time to get to that place. But I just want you to run. So that is what this does. So now, if you run a very, very big, if your code is very, very large and it is running, you are running a very, very large query, it's going to eat up most of this your credits. And when you finish this your credits, till the next month again before you can get 2,500 credits. Do you understand? I think that's how it works. So you should just put that in mind. So the next one now, we'll talk about this usage. So you can also upgrade. When you want to upgrade now, you see different plans. So you see $0 per month free. You get what 20. Oh, sorry. So $0. So you see $0 per month free. So you get what? 25,000, 20 what? 2,500 credits free, and you get 100 MB storage for upload. So, and again, on Dune, there's what we call private. You can make your query private. Most of these research organizations, they actually make their query very, very private so that, I don't know, they don't want to display the contract address or they don't want to show people what they used to get that information. It is still a business strategy for them. Do you understand? So for analysts now, there's an analyst plan that is $55 per month. There is Plus that is what $349 per month, and there's Enterprise. So you can contact Dune if you want to register as an enterprise. You want to pay that enterprise plan. So that's it. So now, please, if you have any question, you can just ask. If you have any question right now, you can just ask the question. You can ask the question. So we're going to go into the main deal, which is what crates. So this is where the main magic happens. Crates. So this crates now, once you click on crates, you're going to see new query, you're going to see new dashboard, you're going to see upload the data set, and you're going to see what submit a smart contract. So I'm going to be explaining each of these one after the other. So new query, uploading a new query, it means that, sorry, I said upload. New query, it means that you want to actually query on Dune. Do you understand? You want to write a query on Dune. So once you click on it, you're going to see that it's going to take you to an environment like this. So this environment is where you write what? It's where you write code on Dune. Do you understand? So there is an AI integrated into this that makes it easy for you to do all this. It corrects your code because Dune does not use the normal Microsoft, my SQL code that we use. It's use Trino SQL. Do you understand? So most of us, when we learn SQL using MySQL. So you see most of the syntax in MySQL, you might want to bring it here. So Dune has actually created an AI that would correct it for you and adjust it. Do you understand? So the next one now is what? The next one that we are talking about now. Let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, just go back. Oh, good. Okay, great. So the next one that we're talking about now is new dashboard. So this new dashboard, I'm not going to save it yet. So this new dashboard is very important because when you write your query, there's difference between writing queries and creating dashboard on Dune. So when you write query on Dune, your queries are saved. You have saved. You've already created the chart. You use your query to generate your chart. So when you generate your chart, now creating dashboard, you have to go to another environment to create dashboard on Dune. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is another part of it. So you have to, so the positioning, okay, let's use, how many of us use Excel here? How many of us use Power BI here? Okay, so you know that when you do your data cleaning finish on Excel, you have to take it to what? Power BI. Not that Power BI cannot, Excel cannot build dashboard, but you have to take it on Power BI so that you can have the dashboard that you want, right? Power BI it's a what? It's a visualization platform. Do you understand? Use it to visualize data. So that is what this new dashboard does. You just use it to generate dashboard for the queries and charts that yes, not link points. Look, let me put this in context. So now we're going to do it. But when you have written your query, you write your query. When you write the query, and then you come, let me show you something. When you write your query, for example, yeah. So let me generate this. So this is going to work. So when you generate this, so it has generated this code. I'm just using this for example for you. Okay, let's run this. So this, so you see, we have this now. So we have this in a table format now. So when I come here now and I say, okay, I want it in a table format. I want this in a table format. I want this in a table format. It is already in a table format now, right? It is in a table format now. The day and the what? No, let's do it this way. Sorry. I'll change it to remove. So I can just use a line chart. So it is in a line chart now, right? Just using this for example. So now when you save this now, let's say I now want to save this now. I save it now as what? To generate what's the reason that we created this? Oh, I think this is the reason. I think let me just use open trade what? Open sea trade. So let me save it as open sea trade. So let me save it as what? Open sea trade. So I'll just generate what? Oh God. So please online, please those here, can you? Okay, I'm coming. Let me share my screen again.
Share your screen.
Let's share it now. I don't know why this is it network or what? It's not supposed to be working. don't know why it did not. Let me go back. Okay, so now I'll click on this new query. So I'll click on new query and then find the words, open words, find open C volume. So let me submit it. So now I'll run it. So once I run this, I'll have the chart here.
Your screen is not spread.
Yeah,
Your screen is not shared.
so let me share my screen. Okay, so now can you see my screen? So now we have run this, we run this now. So we have this, so I'm going to convert this to a line what? A line chart. So once I convert this to a line chart, I have this. I'll now save it to what? Open what? Open what? Open C what? Volume. Open C volume. And then I'll save it. So once I save this, so if I want to build it as a dashboard now, if I want to have it as a dashboard now, I have to go to what? New dashboard. So once I click on new dashboard, I will now name the dashboard. Maybe I can just name the dashboard open C. I'm just showing you how it is. I'm going to do it. Open C and then save and open. So this dashboard now, I can now click on edit. So you see, add visualization. So you see my open C line chart that is here. Line chart. I'll add it here. I'll add it and then click on done. Now when I drag this, so you see this is my chart. This is it. So now if I want other charts, so I have to be adding those other charts, adding those other charts, adding those charts, chart. So those charts, the combination of all those charts will now make it become a dashboard. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that is how they build on this dashboard. You're going to be seeing people's dashboard there also. So this is how it works. So also you can also what? Upload a what? Contract address. Can upload a what? Contract address here also. So you can upload a data set. So I said you can upload a data set. So let's say for instance, maybe you have a data set. So they are organized, they are this thing, their products that they actually download their data set as CSV. So maybe they want to visualize their data set on Dune, they will just upload it here. You upload it here. So once you upload it, they call it community upload. Community it's under community data. So once you upload it here, you can be able to analyze it on Dune also. You understand? So you can submit a contract address. Maybe you have, for instance, you guys that are building products now, and then your products now, you want to visualize your products now, you want to see your products. Your product is built on what ecosystem? Stacknet. So now it's built on Stacknet. So now you enter the blockchain, you have to select the blockchain that it is built on. Stacknet. You see Stacknet. So you see Stacknet. Stacknet not supported yet. No, not supported yet. Stacknet is not supported yet. So now let's say Ethereum, I think Ethereum will be there. No, Ethereum is on Stacknet, right? So you can just upload it and then you see it under Ethereum since it's Stacknet. You understand? So this is how you can do it. This is why most of the analysts, anytime any analyst wants to work for you, they're actually going to ask for your contract address so they'll be able to access your data. Do you understand? Without your portal address, you will not be able to do anything. So now, the next one is what? Let's go to our new query. So let's go back to where? Let's go back to this. So this is where we're going to do some things. So our hands-on what? So we're going to run this query on. We're going to run this query. So we want to get the total what? Get the what? Number of daily transaction on what? Please. The number of what? Daily transaction on what? This. So we're going to do select what? So you start with what? Select. So the first thing you want to do is what? You want to go to base. We'll go to what? Asset trading. And we'll go to what? Base. 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 This is it. This is where it is. So I'll do it later. Token transfer. This is base. So I'll say select. Select. Select what? Select all. Select all. I want to see all the whole column. Select all from where? From this token transfer. Limits. I'm going to limit it to what? Let me just limit it to 10. So this limit now is what we call, is part of what we call code optimization. So now, instead of me getting the whole, just imagine I said you should select all from token transfer. It's going to select this token transfer from when the first transaction was made. So because I don't want that, I have to just limit it to 10. So now I'll just run. I'll run, and then I'll get something. So you see it. So you see, it just gave me what? This is what it gave me. It gave me, right? This is what it gave me. So you see the blockchain. So you see the blockchain. You see the blockchain. So the blockchain that we are interested in is what? Base, right? So now what I'll do now. So you have to see an overview of your data first. So what I will do now is what? I'll do what? Come here. I'll say select what? Blockchain. I'll go to blockchain. I'm going to select this blockchain. I'll go to blockchain. Blockchain. Come in. So where is this place? This transaction. Where is? So now blockchain equals to what? You say base. Blockchain equals to base. Let's run it and see. So fix the query. So you see, accept, and then run. You know why this thing is doing like this? Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with this website. Let me see. It's not happening on other website also. It's not happening on other websites. I don't know. Let me see something. But it's not happening on other websites. So I think we'll just continue this. Okay. I don't know why this is running. Is anybody on the Dune website? Is it having issue on your own end? It's not running here. I don't know why it's not running. I don't know why it is not running. I think there's something. So I think I'll just look at it after the class. So please, if you have any question, you can just ask. Please, if you have any question, kindly ask. Welcome, Mohammed Dauda. It's nice to have you here. I don't know why this is happening. It has never happened before. Why is this thing happening? So please, if you have any question, you can just ask. I'm open to question asking. Okay. I think I think with that, we are actually going to call it a day. So we have this every. I'll see how it's going to be. Maybe we're going to have it next. We're going to continue this next week, but we usually have this session every Saturday, every last and third Saturday of the month. So the third Saturday of the month is the virtual session. The last Saturday of the month is the physical session, which is today. So after today now, next month's own is going to be happening. It's going to be happening. So next month is going to be happening what? It's going to be happening when? It's going to be happening on the 22 and what? 22nd and 29th. So next month one is going to be happening on 22nd and 29th. So I think if we don't have this next week, if we don't continue, we'll continue next month. So thank you so much for joining this session. We'll see you guys next month or next week, by God's willing. And again, we are going to be publishing a report very soon, so you guys should watch out for it. And we are also going to be having, we are going to also going to be having dashboard spotlight. So this dashboard spotlight is an initiative that would help us spotlight African creators that are actually building cool dashboard in Africa, and also working with them to actually publish a very, very good and accurate data. Okay, Abdulwaki, you have a question. Please, you can ask the question. Why is it like?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I just want to make a quick question. Concerning that private query, like, is it necessary or is it a must that, let's say, after working on a particular project, and like, what's the main deal about that private query, making your query private?
Okay, so the main deal for that private query is that private query is very important, because so there are people that there are organization, right? There are organization that does research. They just focus on research. So their core job is just research in the Web3 space. So and again, they actually have other organizations that reach out to them to do research on their products and stuff like that. So most of these their queries, they don't allow it to be out there. Do you understand? So that it won't fall in the hands of the wrong competitors or the wrong person. Do you understand? Because when your competitor have access to your data, it's not a good thing. Just imagine for instance now that um which of the companies? Just imagine, for instance, now that Google or Microsoft now has access to Google's data, or Google has access to Microsoft's data. So you see, there will be a lot of catastrophe that will happen in that short period of time, because the decision that will be coming out of Microsoft or Google is based on how they will tackle what Google has already. Do you understand? So that's I think that's why. So it's just like, to be on a safer side, they kept it that way. Do you understand? So if you actually work with their product that you work with, like people that build products, and they'll tell you that they don't want their query to be private, to be public. They want it to be private. So you have to make it private. So the only thing, the dashboard is public, but the query that they use to get that dashboard is private. You understand? You understand?
Yes, I understand. I understand. Thank you. Then please, one more question. One more
Okay.
question.
Okay.
I saw you trying to like submit. I don't know if it's a query or the dashboard, or I think something on Stacknet or contract. I just want to like get what you mean about how you link your, is it your dashboard or your query to Stacknet or something?
Okay. So that what we were doing that time was what we called, we're trying to submit a contract address. So sometimes, so most of the time, right, when you get a gig now, let's say you get a gig from somebody, and the person has a product on chain. So you want to analyze that person product now, you have to have that person contract address. And if you don't have that person contract address, maybe you can't find the contract address on Dune, you can actually go to that submit contract address and submit it on Dune. When you submit it, you state the ecosystem that it belongs to. It will actually, it is going to be actually accessible. I think the Dune team are actually going to review it. When they review it, they will now get back to you and then show you that, okay, this data, you can actually access the data now. Do you understand? So that makes it very, very easy, because they can't actually, they can't track everything. People are creating products every day, that, so any product that you actually create that is on Ethereum, maybe on Ethereum ecosystem, it is there. But for you to be able to access this thing data for that product, you actually have to have the contract address that is linked to that product. Do you understand? That is what will discriminate that product from other products. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. I understand.
Yeah. So that's just it.
Okay, then please, one last one. Just one last one. I don't know
Okay.
if it's a question, but I just want to like get something right, because there's this is it Bounty or yeah, Bounty out there on Twitter from Super Team or Super N about the AWS crashing recently on 28th. So I've been, trying to like follow it up from a little knowledge that I have, and I think there's a part where I don't know. I will need to upload or connect it to like CSV stuff like that. So I just want to know if that is like very very necessary. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get the context of what you are talking about. But I think maybe after this call, you can just text me so that we can. Are you on the group?
Yeah, sure, sure. Oh no, I'll come to your DM.
Okay, no problem. Just come to my DM and then show me so that we'll discuss on it.
All right, then. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And I think that is a wrap. So I think we'll see next week or next month. So thank you very much once again for joining this session. And please make sure you are practicing. If you have any question, you can drop it on the group. And also send the link to your friends so that you can join. Let them know that there's something called on-chain analysis and there's something called Dune Africa. So thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Mhm.